Since 2 years, that is wrong. Come on, I have told you so many times that that is wrong. So don't say since 2 years. Sorry, I was talking to one of my students. Since 1 year, since 2 years, since 1 month, since 10 years, since 15 years, since 50 years. You often hear people come out with this kind of sentences. But let me tell you that all these sentences are grammatically incorrect because since is a preposition that is used to denote the starting time. So when you say since 1 week is a duration of time, and since should be used to mention the starting point. So there is a mismatch. That's why it is incorrect. If you want to mention the duration of time, then you should use a preposition for, not since. For 1 week, perfectly fine. For 1 month, that's correct. For 1 year, correct. For 10 years, perfectly right. But since 10 years is a wrong usage because since is used to denote the starting time. I'll give you some examples now. I have been doing my homework since yesterday. Yesterday is the starting point. When did you start doing your homework? Yesterday. When you give a reply to this question, you can use the word since. So you should say, I have been doing my homework since yesterday. Starting point is yesterday. So since yesterday, I have been doing my homework. If you want to mention the duration of time, you should change the preposition. You should replace since with for. For example, I have been doing my homework for 1 day. Since yesterday, for 1 day. Since when? Since yesterday. How long? For 1 day. I have been conducting classes online since last week. Since last week. So when I start conducting online lessons? Last week. So since last week, I have been conducting online lessons. How long have I been doing it? I've been doing it for 1 week. I hope you have understood the difference. Since last week for 1 week. See, I have been studying English since 1987. When did I start studying English? In 87. So since 87, I have been studying English. If I want to mention the duration of time, I should say for I have been studying English for the last 33 years. I have not seen him after he got married. So what is the starting point here? After he got married. So what preposition should I use? For or since? Starting time as we mentioned. So since is a preposition. I have not seen him since he got married. He got married 10 years ago. So I should say, I have not seen him for the last 10 years. For the last 10 years, I have not seen him. But if I want to mention the starting point, my sentence should be, I have not seen him since he got married. I have been reading a novel for the last 2 months. When I say 2 months, that's a duration of time. So when I start reading the novel, 2 months ago, I have taken 2 months. So I have been reading the novel since November for 2 months. So what do you understand from this? Since is used to denote the starting point of an action. But for is used to indicate the duration of time. For 1 day since yesterday. For 1 week since last week. For 1 month since December. Since I joined this college for 5 years. 5 years ago, I joined this college. So I should say, I have not done this for the last 5 years. I have not done this since I joined this institution. So hereafter, remember not to say since 1 month. It should be for 1 month since December. Don't say since 10 years. That should be since 2011 or for 10 years. Thank you so much for listening to me. I'll come back with another topic.